Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? I appreciate you tuning in. Of course, my name is Kent, and the channel is EOS Nightly, because I talk about the EOS blockchain every single night. So let me share my screen with you, and we're going to get started with what I'm going to present to you tonight, present to everybody. And let's see where we're at here. Let's expand the screen. So what I want to talk about tonight is I want to talk a little bit about Bitcoin, because I've been talking about Bitcoin recently because I think Bitcoin is really going to be the cryptocurrency that brings all cryptos back out of the crypto winners, so to speak. The Bitcoin is going to have to lead the market because Bitcoin is, obviously the market cap leader. They have the initial protocol, 2009. A lot of the ideas other blockchains are built on revolve around Bitcoin and the proof of work, even though EOS is proof of stake. But anyway, Bitcoin's a very integral part of the cryptocurrency world. And I do believe Bitcoin is very valuable. I said the other day that I recently purchased a Bitcoin, and we initially purchased Bitcoin way a long time ago. Excuse me. But I think Bitcoin is really very important to the whole crypto market. And there's something that was tweeted today by Brendan Bloomer. In fact, we've been covering stuff that Dan has tweeted the last couple of nights, or actually Telegram the last couple of nights. But today it's Brendan. So I found this. Is this a tweet? Yeah, this is a tweet. This is in a Telegram. So right here, Brendan Bloomer, who is the CEO of EOS, says Bitcoin costs are socialized amongst token holders through the Bitcoin inflation paid to miners for processing transactions. Currently, this makes Bitcoin the most expensive option at over $10 US dollars per transaction. Through integration with EOS can make Bitcoin scalable, cheap, and programmable. Okay, this was made on the 14th, which is today the 14th, or today's the 15th. Actually, this is very recent. So everything that I cover is very, very recent. So he just made this tweet yesterday. So my question is he's kind of alluding to the fact that there could be something between Bitcoin and EOS, which to me is very, very interesting, because I believe that would be a huge benefit, but for both Bitcoin and EOS. Given Bitcoin's primary problem is scalable, I believe they do one transaction for every 10 minutes, one block per every 10 minutes. EOS can do multiple transactions per second. So there's incredible benefits for both sides, because Bitcoin's stable, it's been around, it is widely accepted, it's exchanged by far more people than EOS is. So Bitcoin's a very, 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 very interesting idea for EOS to be involved with. So I just want to go through this, because what he says, he's talking about inflation, and I just want to look real quickly at this is why Bitcoin is technically an inflation currency, even though its purchasing power is increasing. And I read through here because I was trying to figure out what exactly the inflation rate is on Bitcoin, because it is interesting. It's an interesting mathematical algorithm created by Satoshi. And it's very interesting in the fact that the more that you try to mine it, the harder it is to mine, which always keeps this rate of increasing Bitcoin very level without too much. But it will eventually end, I think, at 21 million Bitcoin. So what happens when we're done mining Bitcoin? I mean, then how are the transactions paid for? So this is all very interesting stuff, but I think it's going to be quite a while before we're on mining Bitcoin. But what happens is every so often, and I think the next count is in 2020, that the amount of Bitcoin that you earn let me go to another article. The amount of Bitcoin you earn is going to decrease by half. So it keeps decreasing by half, which makes the inflation probably would make the inflation go down. But anyway, let me figure it out and see what's going on here. Oh, let's see where I found this a little bit ago. Now I need to find it again for the broadcast. Where did I find this at? Oh, come on. Maybe this isn't the one I'm looking for. Okay, right here. Let's take a look at this. It says, I'm reading right here. I'll highlight it. Bitcoin's blockchain protocol makes mining more difficult as more miners join the pool, and the Bitcoin rewards for mining blocks are also halves every 210,000 blocks. As it stands, miners receive 12.5 Bitcoin reward for unlocking a new block, according to bitcoinblockhalf.com. The new rewards halving will happen again in 2020, reducing to 625 per coin. But let's just figure that out, because 12.5. So let me see if I can bring a calculator up here. No, I don't want to do that. Get out of that. It's Telegram. Get back to sharing. Where am I at? I got to bring back a browser. There we are. So let me see if I can find a calculator here. Okay, here's a calculator. So 12.5 Bitcoin. So it takes 10 minutes. 10 minutes for a block. So if you have a 24-hour period, and we take that times 60, because there's 60 minutes an hour, 1440, I'm sorry, divided by 10, which is there's a Bitcoin mined every 10 minutes. So that's 144 times a block is made in a 24-hour period. And then we take that times, what is it, 12.5? 12.5. So that's 1,800, and I think Bitcoin right now is like 3,800. So it's costing about $6,840,000 to mine Bitcoin in a day. Okay, let's see what it would take for EOS. So EOS is 4 billion. And of course, there's a 1% inflation for the mining, or not the mining, but for the block producers, of which we are one. Eosandiego one. Please vote for Eosandiego one. So there's 1% fee for that. So we'll take the 4 billion. There's also 4% for the worker proposal plan or program. But let's just figure the 1% right now, because that's what it actually costs to mine, or not mine, but stake or have block producers do the EOS blockchain. So anyway, 4 billion times 0.01. So that would be 40 million in a year divided by 365 days in a year. So roughly about, it's costing about 109,589 a day for block producers to do EOS, to produce the blocks of EOS, versus 6 million a day with Bitcoin. So yes, EOS is significantly cheaper for block producers than it is for Bitcoin to make Bitcoins. So yeah, Brendan's right. There's a significant significant amount of decrease in the amount of or go there. Significant amount of a decrease in transactions. So he's saying over $10 a transaction. I don't want to figure that out. I've already confused people with the math already. So anyway, 109,589 a day versus over 6 million. So yes, it's going to be significantly cheaper for Bitcoin to be using the EOS blockchain than doing mining through Bitcoin miners, of which there's only, I think there's 80% of a Bitcoin mine. So I think this is a good thing. And hopefully there's something going on in the background. It sounds like there is. Brendan is actually saying this, talking about there's some intricate, there's through integration, some sort of integration by EOS. Right, here we go. Integration through EOS can make Bitcoin scalable, cheap, and programmable. So it's going to make it cheaper, more scalable, and programmable. So anyway, because of smart contract. Very interesting idea. I think onto a good thing. And like I say, I'm a big proponent of Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is going to be very, very valuable someday, especially when it's completely mined up and it's getting close to where there'll be no more Bitcoin, 21 million, and that's it. At that point, then it becomes a very rare thing to have a Bitcoin. So owning one Bitcoin is going to be something that most people will never have the opportunity to do or have, because you're too late. By the time the 21 million Bitcoin are mined, you will never, ever be able to own one, because it'll just be too expensive because of the rareness of it. So anyway, very interesting tweet. Like I said, the last couple of nights it's been Dan. Tonight it's been Brendan. So maybe something's in the works. They're talking more on social media. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.